Hello, thank you for joining Loretta Coleman Live. We are so happy that you chose to tune in and join us on our today's broadcast. We welcome you to join us every Monday and Tuesday at 6:55 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We keep it real. We inform, we do interviews, we let you know what's going on in the community, and we have everyday conversations that can help you and that can help me. So we thank you for being a part of Loretta Coleman Live. So sit back, relax, enjoy, call a neighbor, call a friend, and get ready for Loretta Coleman Live. We're keeping it real, we're keeping you informed, and we want you to know this, that we love what we do, and we love the fact of having you as our special guest on our show. If you would like to be a guest, you may email me at Loretta Coleman 33 at gmail.com. That's Loretta Coleman 33 at gmail.com. Now get ready for Loretta Coleman Live. Well, good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us tonight on Loretta Coleman Live. We do have a Power Pack program in store for you on tonight. Many of you have seen the promotion, and many of you have heard me talk about this man. And I tell you, Lord have mercy, he really was going to get it, because, see, I thought he wasn't going to make it on here. And I was going to talk about him, and I was going to talk about him, and I was going to hope somebody go back and tell him, because I was hot already, because I told him what time to be on here, and he wasn't on here. But tonight we're going to talk to my good friend, my very best friend in the whole world, and that's Deacon Harold Reed. Now, I want to say to those of you who are tuned in, thank you so very much for watching. We are aired on YouTube, LinkedIn, and our 3 Facebook pages. And we want to thank you for your support that you give us every Monday and Tuesday. We want to thank those of you who tune in after and watch the replay. We thank you as well. We appreciate it. We want you to know that we are happy that you think enough of us to share with us on Monday and Tuesday night. There are so many podcasts, there are so many talk shows, but I appreciate the fact that you join us here. So let me bring up my good friend, Harold Reed, the Deacon Harold Allen Reed. Now he ain't on here to preach tonight. We gonna laugh. Y'all gonna say, Loretta, he's so crazy. And we just gonna have a good time. You'll see me doing that, Harold. That'll be mean that I'll be waving the people that come on. Evangelist Hazel, she's one of our faithful ones, and she's always giving us accolades, and she's congratulating me for reaching 1,000,000 views. I think that's the only quartet person that's told me congratulations. Ain't that something? Oh Lord,
I can't believe that.
That's the only quartet person that's told me congratulations, but they always want to use my platform, but they just can't seem to type that message like Evangelist Hazel did and say congratulations. But it's all good. It's all good. Thank God I don't have to depend on their blessings.
That's true. That's true.
Amen.
And I'm so glad I was able to tune in, because I didn't want you to talk about me.
Oh, I'm gonna talk about you. I'm gonna talk about you. I'm gonna see. This is what I'm talking about right here. He said he gonna do something, and he don't do it. And the Lord, I was just gonna go on and on, but God knew. God knew. Somebody needs to know tonight what it means to be a true friend. Now, before we get started, I want you to know when you will hear us talk tonight, that does not mean me and Harold get along every day. It does not mean we get along every week. It does not mean we get along every month. But what I like about Harold, even when we are upset with each other, he don't let anybody talk about me.
That's true. That's
And
true.
that's what I respect for him about him the most is because, you know, if
And you
he
don't
was,
let nobody talk about me either.
oh God, no. 'Cause no, I don't let everybody talk about you either. Because you know what? It wouldn't be Reverend Coleman that came out. Hey, Carolyn, it
You,
wouldn't
you
be
got to
Reverend
you got to
Coleman.
stay holy in the midst of it all.
Oh, I can stay holy. I can stay holy, but I don't let people talk about my friends. I don't let, even if it's true what they're saying, I don't let people talk about my friends. And I remember you saying at my birthday celebration, you said, and that I really didn't know you felt like that, because you so mean, got mean ways sometimes. But
No, I don't.
to have a friend that you can talk to and you feel like you can talk to about anything and you don't have to worry about it going nowhere. They got this saying that everybody has a friend. That friend has a friend, that friend. But I can
Yeah.
only say I have never heard anything that I've told you from anybody else. And we've been knowing each other over 35 years.
Oh yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
some of them
Absolutely.
people would have been glad to, hey, Miss Virginia, some of
Oh
them
yeah.
people being glad to come back and say, oh, you thought he was your friend, but he said this when he was mad with you. And that's really, to God be the glory for that.
Yeah. Amen.
To
Absolutely.
God be the glory. But I want to
Absolutely.
ask you something. And I want you all to talk to us in the comment box and we'll read it as well. How do you feel? Hey, Dr. Viola. There go Viola Harold. The one you
Hello.
say, give you the little bit of food.
But she have a lot. She have a lot to spread around. I understand.
She had a lot to spread
Yeah,
around.
she have a lot to give around. I
She had a lot
understand.
to spread around. Hey, my
Yeah.
cousin Joyce. Hey, but what I was getting ready to ask the question,
Mm-hmm.
I have to kind of think about what I was getting ready to say. How do you feel about, okay, if I'm your friend
Okay.
and you and I are upset with each other,
Right.
and like the other day you saw me and my sister together,
Right.
and she know I'm upset with you.
Mm-hmm.
So since she know I'm upset with you, she treats you different. How would you feel about that?
Well, I mean, I cause see, we've been together so long. I mean, our families are like your family is like my family like your family. Even if you mad at me and you say something bad about me to your sister ain't gonna take your side with that. She gonna say, "Well, I don't believe that. That's not Harold." So she's not just gonna side with you because y'all sisters. And even my brothers, if I say something to one of my brothers, I say, that Loretta, she just, and they say, "Well, Loretta, your friend," and they ain't gonna say but so much because that's that's the close knit we have because we've been friends for so long and our family's been close for so long. And so that's just how it
But
goes.
but what if you would have spoke to her and she'd act funny? You would have said, "What's wrong with you, Coop?" And she would have said, "Well, I ain't like what you did to my sister last week." Now, would you have got upset with her? Or would you got upset with me?
Well, all depends on what I would say, Coop, what she said to you. Because, sometimes we don't always tell the exact story. Sometimes we put a twist to it. So I would
Mhm.
like to know exactly what she said. And then I could say, well, Coop, that's not how it was, how it went down. It was different than that. We
Mhm.
had this difference of opinion,
Mhm.
but I mean, I just feel like, regardless, I mean, things would have worked out, if that was the situation that had occurred. But, you know, down through the years, we've never really had that situation to happen. I mean, we've had some disagreements, but
God
I mean,
knows we have.
yeah,
Hey,
but we ain't had to bring our family members involved and get all that involved, and
look,
and
look at
they and they
him.
and they decide
You,
to choose sides and nothing like that. We ain't never got to that point,
you done
you know.
talk coot up. You done talk coot up.
Why she on the line now?
Yeah, you don't know about Picolia.
I know
Um,
about Picolia.
okay, but you can't see it up there.
Yeah, I see it now.
And maybe you need to have put on them reading
I
glasses.
don't need no reading glasses on. You got yours on. You keep yours on.
I got to.
Because I know you can't see that without yours.
But no, we've had arguments. And God knows we've had arguments.
Yeah, we've had arguments.
And sometimes we went 2 and 3 months. I think one time the longest we ever went was 4 months. And I can't
I,
remember.
I, I don't be keeping up no time like that. I don't
Oh, I
know.
be keeping up with it.
I don't
I
be
can't
keeping up with
remember
no
what we
time
got
like
in
that.
a fuss about though. I can't remember what it
But
was
I'm
we
sure
got in a
I'm
fuss
sure
about.
whatever we got a disagreement about, it was something you did.
See
You
that?
know.
See y'all here, y'all
Mhm.
see what he said,
You
right?
know.
He said that on me.
You
Um,
know. I'm sure it's something you did. But I mean that was fine. We worked it out. I just gave you some space. You know. And
Evangelist Hazel said it shouldn't matter whether or not you two were upset or not because it's always two sides to the story,
it is.
family or not. Amen.
She
Amen.
right. She right. Always two sides.
Yeah, but I think the maddest I ever got with you was, and I told them this story right here on the book, is that day I went to your job for lunch and I had on them stretchy pants, them sterile
Oh
pants,
yes,
them
yes. I don't know
sterile
what in the world gave you the idea to put them on. I don't know what possessed you to put them on.
But
Because
y'all, he told me,
most every time when people put some clothes on, they look at themselves in the mirror before they walk out the door. And I don't know what possessed you to do that. You
well,
know.
I at least I wasn't like these women today because I had on a long shirt with mine.
Well, you
I had
did.
on a long shirt with
You
mine.
did.
But when I got ready to go out the door, he said, I don't know why you got on them pants because you ain't got no shape. Your shape ain't good enough for you to wear no pants like that. And when he said that, it was like Popeye the Sailor Man, like that smoke come out and pop out. I was so mad with him. I was so mad with him. Hey, Prophet, how you doing? I was so mad with him that I felt like a few choice words. I did. And then one time we were going to a revival meeting. I'm not, we're talking about friends. And he felt like he could say these things to me. And y'all can share your friendships in the comment box. He thought he could say these things to me. So I came out in the house and I used to wear all black. Cause I'm big. So I thought black, slender me down and all. Boy, that nigga. Oh, excuse me. Um, I come out the door. He said, "Where you going?" I said, "We going to revival." He said, "You ain't going nowhere looking at me like that." He said, "Every time I see you, you got on black."
Every time. Wore black all the time.
I was so mad with him. I was so mad with him. Coot said, "A friend will tell you the truth at all times."
Yeah, that's right.
That's
Wore
what Coot
black
said.
all the time. Ain't never wore nothing but black. Everywhere we went, you had on black. I said, good gracious.
Hey, Kathy. But
I said, you in mourning or something? What you wearing all this
that's
black for?
exactly what you said. And I said, "Well, you go." And I went back in the house. And the thing about Harold, he act like it don't bother him. He just happy go lucky. You mad, you got the problem. He just go happy go lucky, and that makes me madder. At that time, it would make me madder. And then, but at the same time, I like about him is he's gonna tell me the truth. He gonna tell me the truth. Hey, Missy, he gonna tell me the truth, and I like that, even when it hurts. Now he ain't gonna tell me in a group of people to embarrass me. He's not
Oh,
gonna do
no.
that.
He ain't gonna do that. He ain't do
But
that.
he gonna pull me to the side, or either he gonna call me on the phone and he gonna say you were wrong, you had no business doing that, you were out of place, and then me and him gonna argue for 30 minutes.
That's right.
And then after we
You
get
go
through
because you're
arguing,
gonna try to get your point across. You
well, now
definitely gonna
don't
do
you
that.
sit up here like you know something. You don't be trying to get yours across now.
Well, I'm not. I'm not. I will
No,
get mine across too.
you know, because we both got it bad. We both got it bad, but God has blessed us.
That's true.
Carolyn said he did like the scripture said. He made it plain. He makes it plain. He makes it plain. He makes it plain. But he get a little jealous sometimes if I get other friends though. He'll throw little common stuff out there like, "Oh, you don't forgot about me. You don't
Oh
forgot
God.
about me. You know you forget. You said that about my boy, about
By
our
who?
friend, about Pastor Sawyer. You said, oh, you done Pastor Sawyer, Pastor Sawyer, Pastor Sawyer, Pastor
Every
Sawyer
time I
did
look
it.
around, that's all you were saying. Pastor Sawyer, Pastor Sawyer, Pastor Sawyer. I said, good gracious. I said, well, let me meet him then. I want to meet him. I want to see this Pastor Sawyer. But he's a good man. Though. I like him too. He's a good
He's a
man.
good man.
He's a good guy.
I
Really
said,
good
Harold,
guy.
are you a little jealous? I said, you a little jealous. All the people you talk to and you a little jealous?
Now, I know you ain't talking about jealousy now.
Ah!
You know, if I start talking to somebody, stop talking to you. Oh, you done threw me to the curb. You done kicked me to the curb. You ain't got time for me no more. Your high and mighty friends and all that. Oh, God. I have to
Mhm.
listen to all that.
Hey
But I
there.
listen.
Well, it's good to listen. It's good to listen. It's good to listen. We've been friends, like
Oh,
you
yeah.
said, for over 35 years,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we had bumps and we've had bruises and we've had ups and we've had down. But one thing I can say, you know me and I know you.
Oh,
If
yeah.
somebody come and
Can't many
tell
people
me,
say that now. Can't many
yeah,
people say they got a friend for over 35 years.
yeah, yeah. But
So,
if somebody come to you and they say, well, Harold, you know Loretta did ABC, you're gonna say, nah, she didn't do that. That ain't
oh, yeah.
Loretta. Yeah, yeah,
So, no, no. I say, that ain't right. That ain't right. She
yeah.
ain't do that. Well, yeah, she did so and so. I said, no, she didn't. No, she didn't. And then I mean, I've had people, just because I'm their friend, you know, and they would say, well, I don't like Loretta. Okay, well, you don't like her, but she's still my friend. I mean, just
Mhm.
because you don't like her, that don't mean I'm not gonna like her. People have been doing that down through the years and stuff like that, you know, trying to say, well, I don't like Loretta for she do so and so, well, she don't do that to me. Loretta's fine with me, you know. Well, how we gonna be friends and you friends? Well, you ain't got to be friends with me, because Loretta's my friend. And I knew Loretta before I knew you, and even then, I mean, even if I didn't, but I mean, you people are something. I mean, I've learned to realize that, but um it's hard to find true friends, and you've always been a true friend of mine, and because you know things about me, and you know my ups and my downs, and so it's just hard to find friendship like that, and we got a real good friendship, and even though sometimes you talk out your mouth sideways and act crazy sometime, I'm still gonna be your friend. I'm still gonna stick by you, and I know I do some things too that you don't like, and I know I act some ways sometime, and you don't understand. And like you said, sometimes we go weeks sometime without talking. Just because we're friends don't mean we talk every day. But I
Mhm.
mean, when we do talk, we talk for a while.
Mhm.
And but we've been together, a long time. And
Mhm.
and we ain't gonna stop being friends after the night. So, we still gonna be friends, and we gonna have some people, you know, to say some things, but we don't worry about all that. We done heard it all. We done been
Yeah.
through it all.
Um. Evangelist said, but always, whether or not it's family or not, it's obvious something was said that wasn't nice about the individual. Whenever someone acts in a different way. I think when I see them, it's something that someone said that I suppose they said and I didn't. But if that individually knows who I am, they should know I didn't say that. Whatever supposedly said, I have to question the person. I have to question that person that really know me. I think that's what she said.
Right.
But I'm understand what he's saying. He has loved us. Stand up again. I don't know what they mean. Well,
The people make up stuff all the time. They'll make up stuff. They'll
no,
just say,
I think that's pretty much a hiker. I'm a monitor them. You
right.
didn't bought. I knew she was gonna be on here. I knew she was coming. Deaconess Veronica Richmond. I
Oh,
knew when I put Harold Reed name up there, she was coming. That done brought her out of seclusion because she done went seclusion, ghost, everything. But I knew
that's
when
my friend
Harold Reed
Loretta.
was
That's my
gonna be
friend.
on. Well, I'm telling her. She knew I was gonna say it. She knew I was gonna say it when I saw her come on there. Um, just because people have a dislike with someone, they think you should have a dislike just because they may have issues with them. That's what
That's
Harold was
true.
saying a while
Yeah,
ago. That's what he
yeah,
was saying a while
yeah.
ago.
Absolutely.
And because he said Harold don't like some people that I deal with.
Yeah,
And he
absolutely.
say, and he say, hey, Pastor Taylor, he say, yeah, you knew you was gonna get it, didn't you, Veronica? Yeah, you knew you was gonna get it. But he'll say you need to be careful of that. I don't like myself. Well, Harold, that's what they did to you. I
Right,
said
right.
until they do something to me, you can't tell me who to like. You
And
can't tell
and
me who to
that's the
talk
same
to.
way with you. It's some people that
Mhm,
I like that I get along with that you don't like. You'll say, I
mhm,
don't care for that person.
mhm,
That person ain't right there. I don't.
mhm,
But they all right with me. But
mhm,
that's your relationship. And so
mhm,
that go both ways, you know.
mhm.
But that's just the way of the world. And we
Well,
gonna
what do
always
you
be.
think? What you think have been other than God? We know
Uh-huh.
God is number one. What,
Absolutely.
what what do you think the strength of our friendship has been?
That we can be honest with each other and we can tell each other how we absolutely feel. And
Mm,
when we don't like something or when we disagree, we just let each other know. You tell me how you feel, I tell you how I feel. I may like it, I may not like it. You may like it, you may not like it. And then we just lay it on the table. And
mm,
we might, you know, sometimes you make me so mad. I say, I ain't got time to talk to no Loretta this week. I ain't fooling up with Loretta this week. And then I may not fool up with you that week. And then I say, I ain't heard from her. Let me call her. And then I'll call you and see how you doing or check on you like that. And then even when I call you, you say, well, I still didn't like what you said there. And then we have to go another round with that. But I mean, we just always be honest with each other. We've always been honest with each other. We always just told each other how we felt, and that's why we stood the test of time.
but everybody think you my daddy.
And everybody think you try to be my mama. You try to tell me what to do. You know, you know, and I just shake my head.
But why they think that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
You
Because I
know,
know a lot of times, people say things to you and then they'll say, what Harold think, I'm gonna tell Harold. But I
I
mean,
can.
they ain't like you gonna listen to me. You gonna do what you want to do. And I tell them that. I say she ain't gonna listen to me. If she wanna do it, she gonna do it. Now she might ask me after she done it. She have done it, but she gonna do what she wanna do.
Mm.
And y'all should know that, you know. Well, I thought
Veronica
you should. I thought you should know. I said, okay. Well, thank you for telling me.
Veronica said that's what good friends are for, able to agree and disagree. And I agree with that.
Yeah,
But it's just like
absolutely.
you said when you first came on here, you don't find many people like that. You can't find loyalty like you used to. You
Oh,
can't
absolutely,
you can't
absolutely,
you
Absolutely.
it's almost like you got to walk in a straitjacket because you don't know if you
Mm.
tell, you tell somebody something and you say don't tell nobody, and they get mad with you next week and tell everything you told them.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
know.
Absolutely. Especially when you don't do what they ask you to do. Uh, uh, follow them or go where they want you to go or anything. If
Hmm.
they want you to go right, you go left.
Hmm.
Or vice versa. Yeah, they get mad and then they go say everything and talk about you and all that.
Hmm.
Yeah, I remember one of my old church members said it's not good to tell all. And
That's what
Lord,
that's what she said. I
yeah,
always remember
I ain't
that.
never forgot that. I said,
I ain't never
Lord, that
forgot
wasn't
that.
true. Now I didn't
Mhm.
understand it then when she told me,
Mhm.
but I understand
Yeah.
it now. You
Yes.
know,
Yes.
and that
Um,
is so true.
Absolutely honest and truthful, that a maturity, because it's okay to agree to not to agree and still remain friends. That's Evangelist Hazel. But you have so many people. I just don't get it. If I tell you something, if I say, here, I need to tell you something, and this is very confidential,
Right,
I don't care who you close to. You can be as close. Well, let's. I don't care. You could be as close to Pastor Jackson. I
right,
If I'd have wanted Pastor Jackson, no, I'd have called and told Pastor Jackson.
right, right,
That
right,
ain't your place to call and tell Pastor Jackson.
right, right,
I told you, and I said, Harold, don't tell nobody.
right,
And when see, that's the problem I have. If I share something with you, that's for you.
right.
That ain't for nobody else.
I agree. I agree with that.
That
Yeah.
ain't for, and I have a hard time. I don't have a problem forgiving people.
Right.
I really don't. I don't have. I just don't want to deal with you no more.
Right. I understand that.
I can forgive you, but if I tell you something and I say, don't tell nobody this, and I find out you told it, I'll say, hey, how you doing? Good to see you. But that's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Right. I understand that. I understand that. That makes
And
sense. Because
yeah,
I mean, when you friends with people, you got to be able to trust that person. You got to be
you
able to
got to
trust the person.
trust it,
And some things you gonna tell them that you don't want nobody else to know.
and that you
You
don't
know,
want
the
nobody
only
else to
person
know.
you want to know is that person you telling and God. Them the only two people you want to know. And I mean, because I mean, what if you tell somebody something and you say, "Don't tell nobody now. I'm trusting you with this." Then they go
Mm,
back and tell another person. Then that person tells somebody. Then you
mm.
lose all your trust in that person. You
All
say,
your
"Well,
trust.
I can't trust them then because they're gonna tell everything I tell them." And so then
James
you start pulling yourself away from them people like that.
James I can't pronounce his last name, but he said you cannot trust anyone. It's almost to that point. He
Yeah,
said
yeah,
it's almost to that point. And Harold, when we were coming up as little girls and boys in the church and stuff like that, if we could go and talk to the older people.
oh yeah,
Well, you couldn't
absolutely,
you couldn't talk to all of the older people.
right,
But you could go and talk to some, and they say, "Baby, this gonna be all right. The Lord did this for me." You
yeah,
would never hear it no more.
right. That's
But
true.
can you do that now?
No,
No,
no. I
no.
mean, I mean, because all them kind of people that done died out now, or in a nursing home somewhere. I mean, because you can't. Mm-mm. You got to be careful who you talk to now. You got
It's
to be
like
careful.
the church is a hospital where we're supposed to be able to go to get well.
Right,
But if I'm on crack cocaine,
right.
who you think I'm going to tell? Now
Mm,
this is not badgering no church or nothing.
right,
We're
right.
just talking about how
It's
it
gonna be
used to
it'll be
be.
tough because I mean
You know,
it's because
woo, woo.
it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. I know we want to feel confident and comfortable that we can talk to our leaders, But then sometimes we can't talk to them because sometimes they be talking, they be telling stuff, and so it's just hard. I mean, it's just hard to find anybody that you can tell. Um, yeah, I just think you got something that important you got to talk about, you better take it to the Lord in prayer and leave it there. Because you try to trust somebody else, people be looking at you all funny and you wondering why, and people start acting funny and acting strange. You say, why they acting like that? They was good to me last week, the other week before, a month ago, they was all nice. And then they change. And they be done changed because they done heard something or somebody done told them something.
Well, now let me ask you
And then
this.
you be done shared something with them, and then they look at you different. They be saying, God, I didn't know they was like that. You know, I thought they was more rooted and grounded than that. You know, you know how people are. That's just the nature of us. That's just where we are now. I mean, things are different now.
And believe everything somebody tell us.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely,
Believe
absolutely.
everything somebody
Everything,
tell us. And
everything.
we wouldn't be friends today if you would have believed everything you heard about me and I would have believed everything I heard
Absolutely.
about you.
That's
We
true.
wouldn't be
That's right.
friends today.
That's
But
right.
we got to watch them person that's always come and say, I got to tell you something. Let me tell you
Oh,
something about
oh
Loretta.
yeah.
Let me tell you
Oh yeah.
something about
Oh
Harold.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Those are the ones you got to watch because
Oh
you
yeah.
have people that's professional relationship breakers.
Oh yeah.
And
Absolutely.
I'm not talking about husband and wife. You have people that set out to break up relationships, people that get along good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You
They don't
have
like that
people
now.
do that. They don't like it.
They
And
don't
they'll
like
do
that.
anything they can. And you got to know the person you're dealing with so you can stand strong and you can say, no, they didn't say that.
Right. That's right. That's right. Because you got to say, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. That's not the person I know. Well, that's what they said. That's what they said. No, well, I don't believe that. And then you can't follow that kind of stuff up. You just can't keep going there. You just okay. That's how you feel. All right, we'll talk later. And let them go. Let them go about their business.
Well, I ain't got that. I ain't got that yet. I ain't there
Well,
yet.
well, I'm dead.
I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you, and I'm gonna ask the next person. If I get something, and I know I told you something similar to that,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say, "Oh, so you went and told peanut butter and jelly is my dummy name now. You
Right.
went and told peanut butter what I said. Peanut butter can't do nothing to me.
Right.
That's see. Oh God, don't get me wound up.
Yeah.
Don't get me wound up. You go and tell them my daddy died in 1999. My mama died in 1986.
I
I've been
understand
on my
that.
own since I was 18. I'm 64.
I
So what
understand
you
that.
gonna tell? Unless you helping me pay this rent and helping me pay these bills,
I
what
know
you
that's right.
gonna
I
tell me?
know that's right. I know
You
that's
know?
right.
Oh man. James said, you cross me one time, I promise it won't happen again because I will be done with you. And a lot of people feel that way.
Yeah, a lot of people feel that way.
Marzetta said, I respect your realness and straight honesty. I don't know no else to be. I got Rudolph Coleman blood in me. Betty said, not because you are going to be taught about, but why a lot of people won't come to the house of God because they're feeling shame, and it's true. And Hazel says, sometimes the leaders will have what you said as their sermon. Praise the Lord.
Yes, yes, they
And the
will.
leader makes what you said in confidence their sermon.
Yeah,
You know they
they'll
were
preach about it
talking
now.
about you. That makes people not want to tell leaders anything. Lord.
That's true. So true. Well, that's true. That. Yes, indeed.
Now, it is true. But let me flip this on the other side. God could have already given them a message about
What
that
you going
particular
through?
thing.
That's true. He could
God
have.
could have already given them a message
He could
about
have.
that particular thing. But if they preach verbatim what you told them, or they teach a Bible study verbatim what you told them,
Well, God ain't gave him that now.
no, God ain't gave them that. God ain't gave them that.
No, sir. But yeah, I mean that can happen. Because I mean, I've been going through some things in my life during the time and growing up, and preachers have preached about it. And I ain't said nothing to a preacher, and I said, "How you knew that?" I'm going
Mm-hmm.
through that. And so
Mm-hmm.
that's possible. But I
Mm-hmm.
mean, but yeah, I mean, but church and church leadership is so different now. It's just a different day now. It's a different day, but
Well, I wasn't gonna get on that, but since the deacon brought it up, I think I can piggyback on it because that's what we're talking about tomorrow night. It is so different, and I'm not perfect. I make a lot of mistakes. I do a lot of stuff
we all
that
do.
I have no business doing. But one thing I can say about Loretta, she can keep a secret. She ain't gonna tell that. She ain't gonna tell that.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
That's
because see,
good.
I know how it feels for people to tell. People have told things that
Right.
I've done, and people have said things that I supposedly said, and it's not a good feeling.
Right.
And so, if somebody comes to me and share and pour out to me, I consider that as God sending them to me. I don't need to go and tell Harold what that person said.
Right.
So
Absolutely.
God didn't tell me to go tell Harold.
Right. Right.
But you have a lot of people do that, and
Oh
that's not
yeah.
right.
Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of people do that because they want to tear somebody else down and they want to build themselves up and stuff like that. Some people got low self-esteem about themselves and they feel like if they tear you down, then that looks good on them. They builds them up, build their
Mm.
ego up and stuff like that. It's just it's just it's just praying time, as old folks used to say. It's praying time. We
Well,
just
what
got
can we do as individuals? As individuals, how can we help make this world better? Especially when it comes to God's house. Because people used to look forward to going to church on Sunday mornings.
oh
People
yeah.
used to look forward to going, but it's like and let's put this disclaimer out here that we're not talking about our churches
Right, right.
that we attend to. Let us put that disclaimer because I declare before we finish this thing, it'll be done sent somewhere. But it's so many wannabes, so many people operating outside of their gifts.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely.
so many people that's worshiping the pastor more so than they're worshiping God.
Absolutely.
And you see it. All you gotta do is turn on Facebook, and you'll see that every day,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
every day, every
Absolutely.
day. And and then if you make seven figures or six figures, you're gonna get treated better than that one that made three figures. Come on, Deacon.
Well, it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be
It
like that.
shouldn't be like
It
that.
shouldn't be like that. And then some people, you know, they don't care whether God is pleased. They just want to
Mhm.
make sure the man is pleased.
Yeah,
You know. And you ain't serving the man, you serving God. But I
yeah.
mean a lot of them do things because they want the man to be pleased or the woman to be pleased. But it's not about them, it's about God.
It's about
And
God.
and it's just that's just that's just our mentality. Now, you know, you got folk at churches, they'll work and serve as long as they think the man of God or the woman of God is pleased. But
Hmm.
as soon as they get upset and fall out with the man of God or the woman of God, then they don't want to do nothing then. They stop
Hmm.
serving. So what
Hmm.
what kind of religion is that? You
Hmm.
know, but that's just the nature of our people now. We just want to serve and do so we can be seen and have our names called from the pulpit
Hmm.
and so we can stick our chests out and like we done arrived. But that's not the purpose of worshiping and serving God. And we got so many that's just do the opposite. They want to please the person, please the man, please the woman, instead of pleasing God. And it's all over. It's everywhere.
Well, we're gonna get back on friendship, but I'm gonna say this here. I love Pastor Jackson, right?
Oh yeah, me too.
But
Absolutely.
But do I change when I get around him? I'm
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
absolutely not. What he see is what he get.
Yeah,
And you have,
because he'll tell me, he'll say, you know that really something else. I say, yes, she is. She's something.
you know.
But
But
he
he
said,
told
that's
me
our
that's
friend.
what,
I said, yep, that's our friend.
and he said that's what he appreciate about me. He said because I'm gonna be honest with him,
Yeah,
with all due respect, Pastor Jason, I don't agree with what you said.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I just can't. And you have done the same
Yeah,
thing. And
because
some
I told it,
people
because
say,
I can remember when we first was deciding to get the credit union, our credit union,
mm,
and everybody was signing up. And I said, Pastor, you know, I don't need another bank. And I don't know about the credit union. And he
mm,
said, with D, he said, God gave me the vision. God didn't give you the vision. I said,
mm,
yep, I agree with that. And he
mm,
said, but for those of us that can't, but for those of you who all can't see the vision, get beside and get behind somebody who can see the vision, you
mm,
know. And then as gradually as went on, then I
mm,
became a part of it. But I mean,
mm,
when he initially said it, I just thought it was, I said, what in the world we need with a bank? You know,
mm,
what the church need with a bank? I just
mm,
thought that was just absolute,
mm.
ridiculous. But I mean, that thing has come out to be a blessing, because
But
I've used
some
it.
people would have thought you was being disrespectful to him.
Yeah, but I went to him and told him, because me and him got that kind of relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and I just said,
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with that,
Mm-hmm.
because I mean, because I didn't jump on the bandwagon when everybody jumped on, because he wanted all the leaders to start to lead off the way. And I think my number like 139. So that tell you how far I was down the line,
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, but I'm glad I'm a part of it now. But
Mm-hmm.
at the beginning, I thought it was far-fetched, ridiculous. But
Mm-hmm.
it has been a blessing.
Margetta said everybody has a his story and a her story. That's true, but is it the right story? That's the thing. Is it the right
Yeah,
story?
that's true.
Is it the
Yeah.
right story? Now, I messed up in so many ways, and I got to say all this before I get ready to say what I'm gonna say. I messed up in so many ways in my life. But one thing nobody can ever say about Loretta Coleman is that she's a kisser upper. Nobody can never say that about me. They can say a lot of other stuff. Hey, darling, but they can't say,
Oh, you ain't gonna do that. You
"Oh
ain't gonna do
no,
that. You ain't gonna do
no,
that.
no, no." If I have to eat a piece of bread and peanut butter to survive, I ain't gonna kiss up to you just to get a little piece of money from
Right.
you and stuff like that. Let me read this. I agree with that, but if you tell God what you're going through, in which God already know, I will use the lady that was caught in adultery and brought to Jesus for him to condemn her. But he said he without sin, let him cast the first stone. And there was no one that did. My point is just know what she my point is just knew what she had done, but he didn't make a sermon out of it. I'm just saying, oh, we understand what you're saying. We understand what you're saying.
Oh yeah.
We understand. You know, um, I don't know. I just sometimes I wish I was different. Sometimes you say you're a mess, Loretta, but I can't
Mhm.
if I don't feel like he hard.
Right.
I can't do
I
that.
understand that. Yeah.
And I sometimes I want to be different, but why am I he hard? To satisfy you?
Right. Right.
Understand what I'm saying? They've been time me and you been now this how our friendship is. They've been time me and him been standing on church ground talking.
Yeah.
Well, I see somebody coming up that I don't want to deal with that he deal with.
Right.
See you later, Harold. Well, he understand that. Ain't no
Right.
use him telling me to stay there.
Right. Right.
Because I ain't gonna stay.
Right.
Because I
You
don't
gonna
want to
leave.
deal with them.
Yeah. Yeah. And I just say, okay, I'll talk to you later. You know.
And then he say, "You something else, Loretta." And I say, "I am what I am."
That's right.
I'm gonna ask you, you the deacon, and I want y'all to answer in the thing here. What's the worst? A person who will speak their mind, or a person who do wrong stuff undercover? I call them an undercover asset. They have the sweet voice, and the voice sound like heavenly doves, but they if you're not spiritually inclined or spiritually in tune, they'll be got you before you even know you got. So which is the worst? Me being outspoken, just being who I am, or that person who's pretending to be but setting a trap for you all the time?
Well, they both are bad. They both are bad, but I mean, I mean, keeping all that stuff bogged in and all that can cause all kind of health issues, cause heart attacks and all that. So I imagine might as well let it out, express yourself. But I don't know. It's I don't know. I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a tough one.
Why is that so tough?
Well, because I mean,
The Bible said if you have out against your brother, you should go to them and
that's
restore them in the spirit of love. It's the way
yeah,
you say it.
that's true. That's
That's
true.
what the Bible said.
But do we always do that though?
Do we
Do
ever
we
do
always
that?
go to them? Do we always go to them?
Well, some people you can't go to. Some people you can't go to because you go to some people, you're gonna end up fussing. You go to some people and you say, I know it was wrong what I said.
Uh huh.
I know it was wrong how I acted. Oh God. I, and they're gonna ask you, well, why did you do it if you knew it was wrong? And that's another argument with me. Because I'm
Well,
apologizing to you, and then you're gonna say, well, if you know it was wrong, why you do it? Now I'm coming with the honesty of my heart. What's
But
the honesty of my
just said at that moment the flesh took over. The flesh just took over me at that moment.
you giving this advice, like, man, you
I'm just
you
saying,
talking
just
this me you talking to. This me you talking to. Man,
well, I
please.
mean, I try to do that. I try to do that. I mean, I'll always do it, but I try. I mean, sometimes you just got to use kindness to kill an argument. You have to use kindness. And kindness will kill it every time. Because some people come to you want to argue, and you got to diffuse it, the best way you can. I mean, you don't always do it. And when we
Man,
sometimes the flesh take over.
I'm gonna use your words against you.
I
'Cause
know you are. I
you
know you are.
sounding good. You
I know you
sounding good. But I know you. You sounding good, but I know you.
are. Well,
I
I mean,
know you.
we try. That's our goal. We try. Each and every day we try.
Yeah, we do. We do.
We try.
We do.
But I mean, we don't always do, but we try. You know, that's,
Hmm.
it's,
Well, if you've had a person, if you was close to a person, say you've been friends with them for 15 years.
mm-hmm,
15 years y'all have been friends.
mm-hmm,
And in 15 years, y'all done shared a lot of stuff.
right.
And so you're no longer friends anymore. So they tell everything that y'all talked about in them 15 years. You don't tell me you ain't gonna feel like slapping them upside the head?
I would, because I can use what's the name. James is my friend. I got a friend named James, and James Canty, and we've been friends for years. And we don't talk to each other every day. We don't see each other all every week. But I mean, when we do talk, he'll call me sometime and check on me. I call and check on him, and we'll talk. Sometimes we run into each other at one of his other jobs he used to work at, and we'll talk. And people will say, "James, you know Harold Reed?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "Me and Harold knew each other ever since the ninth grade of high school." You
Mm-hmm.
know, and they say, "Really? Y'all been knowing each other?" Yeah. And James said, "That's my boy. Don't talk about him. Don't say nothing about him. Now, if you got something to say,
Mhm.
you just keep it to yourself." And I say the same thing because a lot of times when I see other people and they say, "You talk to your boy James?" I said, "No, I hadn't talked to him lately." I said, "But I'm gonna give him a call this week since you brought it up. Just check on
Mhm.
him, make sure he okay." And but I mean, I've never heard anything he said that we've shared each other with each other.
Mhm.
But if he was to do that, it would hurt me, you know. But I would go to him and ask him why, what's the problem, what's going on, what made you do that or do this, you know. And I just feel like the relationship that we have, he would be honest with me and let me know why he did it, if he did it. Because
Mhm.
sometimes people say persons did this and did that and don't really have done that. They just be trying to get something going. So
Mhm.
that's why we can't be so quick to judge and quick to jump and say, golly, why they disappoint, why they say something. Because see, uh, a lot of times when people do that, they be wanting you to tell something that they done did,
Mhm.
about the other person too. So see if you gonna spill something about them. And so I've learned that down through the years.
Mhm. Shirley said, "You can't be nobody but you, sis Loretta, and I can respect a person that's honest and straightforward. I always say it's not what you say, but how you say it. I need help in that, sister, and how I'm saying. Cause you tick me off, it might come out any kind of way. Uh, um, this is good, and you and Harold are showing what it is to agree to not agree and still continue in conversation. Y'all have true friendship and y'all are setting a perfect example. Well, you just happen to see the laughing part today, Evangelist. You see the laughing part today, cause see, me and Harold almost got into it Saturday night, and I had told my sister today. I said I didn't know if I was gonna have him on my show or not, cause when we start talking about church,
And I said to myself, I don't know whether I want to be on that program Monday night or not. I said, Loretta, get on my nerve. I always talk. But you know what I said? I said, I got to go. I said, I got to go. I'm going to watch a basketball game. I got
that's
off
what
the
he
phone
did.
quick because
He did.
I wasn't getting in no big discussion dispute with you on no Saturday night before I go to church anyway. No, I wasn't doing that. Uh-uh. That wasn't gonna happen. So I said, oh, let me get off. Let me get off. Because I see you was getting ready to get in rare form and get ready to start. I said, nope, I'm getting off of this conversation. So
Yeah,
end.
yeah. Cause see, y'all. I want y'all that's listening to know. Harold know the right button to push to get me wound up. Oh, he know that button to push, and when he see what he do, he push that button, and then he get off the phone. Then I'm hot. I'm hot. I
And,
am hot. I
and see
am
when
steaming.
I got off the phone, I had them forgot all about that. I
Well, I
had them
didn't
forgot
forget
all
about
about
it.
it. Start
I ain't
watching
forget about it.
basketball game. I had them forgot all about that.
I believe I called Coot and said, "Coot, guess what Harold said to me?" I
And
mean,
you was talking to Coot, and I was watching Carolina and LSU play.
uh, God is not holding it against me if I use this tongue to fight the devil, to fight the devil's truth, lies, and linger. You understand what she's saying?
God is not going to use. God is not going to
God
hold your
is
tongue.
not going to hold it against me if I use this tongue to fight the devil. Truth pass, lies linger. Truth pass, lies
Yeah,
linger.
yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with that. But we got to watch how we use our tongue. Watch how we use it. You know what Book of James said,
What it say?
tongue being a deadly and poison
Yeah.
um item. So we got to be careful how we use it.
Well,
But
that is true, Harold. That is
but
true. That
but
is true. But do you remember how we became friends?
how me and you became friends?
I remember to this day, and that's been over 35 years. Quality Auto Parts,
Yeah. But
Farrell Road.
you knew James first, right?
Yeah, I knew James first, and
Yeah.
James
And
and
James
Daphne.
introduced you to me.
Yeah, because Daphne was working over there
Yeah.
then. And
Yeah.
I used to always bring James a plate of food.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that day when I bought James a plate of food, you said, "You always bringing this man food up here. He eating all this good food, and you don't never bring me none." That's how we met.
Was
Lord,
I working at Pharaoh then?
yeah, there go Val, Harold.
Val.
Yeah.
What Val got to say?
And she just got on. She'll say something in a little bit. She'll say something. She just got on. But you was on Fair Road, and then I had homemade banana pudding for James. I had homemade peach cobbler. I had some fried chicken and corn and rice. Cause back there I was cooking then. Then instead of me bringing 2 plates, I had to end up bringing 3 plates.
Because you was bringing Daphne some too, right?
Yeah, and that's how we became friends, and just like that. I mean,
Yeah.
and and it was
Because you and Daphne was talking about your church in Orangeburg.
yes,
Yeah, y'all used to talk about that. Yeah, church in
yeah,
Orangeburg. Okay.
yeah. Lord
Yeah.
Harold,
Yeah. Lord, I ain't never had no church like that in my life till I went down to Orangeburg. I said, Lord, have mercy. Ooh, Lord, that was a church experience, but I enjoyed it
yeah.
though.
And
I
what he
enjoyed it.
did, he said, "I want every man up in here to stand up here and name a scripture." And them people was popping up like
They was
that.
popping
Harold said
scripture.
he had never seen nothing like that.
I ain't never seen nothing like that.
But then at the end, he
And
said,
then
"I
at
want
the end,
every man in here to sow a seed of a $20 offering." Harold said, "I ain't gonna be no man in that because I ain't getting that $20."
oh gosh, oh gosh.
I remember that. I remember that because that was like the third offering.
Yeah, like the third hour. I said, good gracious, how many hours they gonna take up in this church?
Well, it was doing Founders Week. It was doing
Yes,
Founders.
so but them people they was raising money though. They was taking that money up there.
Mhm.
Because I think you told my daddy that. And
Yeah.
my daddy laughed about that.
Your daddy said that's why you don't never have no money. Getting that man down there all your money. Getting that preacher. I bet you he driving a Cadillac or a Lincoln. And sure enough, he was driving a Lincoln. That, yeah, those were days like that though that we, good days, good days.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
good
yes.
days.
But
And
that but the
I'm
church was
telling you
good
another
though.
thing about Harold is that his mother used to fuss at him, "Harold, why you didn't tell me Loretta so and so and so?" He wouldn't even tell his mother stuff.
No, sure wouldn't.
That's how confidential he is, and that's why I respect his friendship because he just don't tell things. When you find people
Yeah.
that they just have to tell somebody, well, get your dog and talk to him like I do. Get your dog and talk to him like I do. Because I'm trying to tell you now, my trust level right now is at an all-time low. And I'm just being honest. I love people. I love being around people most of the time. Most of the time I like being around them. And and I'll do what I can for them. But when it comes down to trust, I'm having a serious problem with that right now. And then I don't. Okay, y'all preach to me. I know Harold gonna preach to me, but y'all preach to me.
Oh Lord.
You
What's the
accuse me of something.
huh?
If you accuse me of something,
Uh-huh.
and at that second, everything is pointed as guilty. You know,
Mm-hmm.
everything is saying you guilty, and then you change up on me. You change up on me because of the scandal, or you think I'm guilty, or what you was told.
Right.
And then you find out it wasn't really me, it was them. Or I really don't know if I want you back that close to me no more. You couldn't believe me at my worst.
Right.
Then how I'm gonna come back? Y'all tell me now. She said she got trust issues too. Yes, Lord.
Yeah. But so many people done been burned and so many people done put their trust in people and people done, people just went against them and um Well, well, so and so said you did this, so and so said you did that. But now, if you know that person, for yourself, you shouldn't be going by what somebody else said. You should know that person for yourself and say, well, I don't believe that person did that. This person ain't never done nothing like that. I ain't never heard this before. This is something new, you know. And you shouldn't stop being friends with that person or taking a side because someone else said about them. People do that all the time. Because if that was the case, God, you wouldn't be my friend now. Many things people done told you about me, and many things people done told me about you. I mean, we
Well,
wouldn't be
I
friends
sure
now.
would love to know who some of them people is. I probably would confront them today.
I know you would.
I would.
I
I
know you
probably
would.
probably some of these people that be in my face and I can like they, some of them. Oh Jesus, I need much help, Lord. Val said, What you talking about, Val?" Most of the time, what you talking about? But I just I don't like fickle people like that. You have some people that's like a water faucet. They turn you on and off like a water faucet.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I remember
Absolutely.
I put on Facebook one time. I don't flip flap. I don't jump when you tell me to jump.
All
And
right.
Pastor Sean Jones was living, and he put under there. He said, "I'm right with you, Mom. I don't jump because people tell me to jump, and I just don't flip flap and go with the crowd. I just can't do that. That's
Absolutely.
what you choose to do. Just because
Right.
you choose to do it, that don't make me wrong if I don't want to do it."
Right. Right.
And see, these are things that people don't understand. They get upset with you because you don't want to do anything. They say, "Oh, well, she thinks she better. He thinks she better." No, I just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
I just don't want to do it.
Everything is not for everybody. Everything is not for everybody. Everybody's not gonna, want to do everything that somebody else do and what everybody else do and what the crowd do. You
Mhm.
know. And that's
Uh,
just that's
Margetta
just,
said, "Friends can accept corrective criticism without getting an attitude." Yes.
yes, that's
Val
that's
said,
true.
"What you said about most of the time you like people." Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I can't. I don't like. I can't. And I don't like to use the word I don't like, but I don't like people playing with me,
Right.
pretending that they like me and they know they don't.
Right.
Why are you gonna waste your energy? Why
But
are you
some
gonna
some
waste your
people do that because they like you for what you can do for them or what you can get them.
well,
You know.
you remember Bobby Gibbs?
Yeah.
He told me, he said, "You can have anything you want for your ministry if you play the good old boy system." I said, "What you talking about?" He said, "You got to learn how to say yes, and that's all right. That's all right." I said, "I won't never get it. I won't never get it. If I got to get it like that, hey,
Right.
if I got to get it like that, I won't never get it. If I got to kiss up to you to get a donation from you, you keep your donation.
Yeah. Now he
I'm
was
not
right.
going to beg you." But see, if I was one of them person who laugh at all them corny jokes and I wouldn't have to ask nobody for donations because it'd be coming in. But I'm not like that. I'm not gonna do
Mm.
that. And you don't do it either,
No, no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
you know.
No.
And I think that's why we get along so,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And we I s- I don't know if I should say this or not, but me and Harold, we are so close and we think alike. And something can happen if we're at a particular place. Something can happen, and I'll be texting him or he'll be texting me because we'll be thinking the same thing,
Same thing. That's
same
right.
identical thing.
Same identical thing. Yeah.
It's like that connection, and we
Absolutely.
know what's going to happen and stuff like that. And I said, "Oh my God." But we can't talk like that around everybody. We
No,
can't,
can't do
we
that.
can't
Mm-mm.
because it
Mm-mm.
will be twisted the wrong way.
Oh yeah. Oh
It
yeah.
will it will really be
Mm.
twisted.
Yeah.
Um, let's see what she said. That's a bit much. I could never be able to trust them 100% anymore. It will make me not want to trust anyone, and that's not good. But when you know a snake is a snake, think of the definition of a snake. A snake will always be a snake that will fall in the category of undercover and fake. Ooh, Lord, have mercy. That's good.
That's good. That's true.
That's good.
That's true. There now.
That
Yeah.
that that that's
'Cause I
real
mean,
good.
once you've lost trust in a person, it's hard to regain that trust back in them. It's
It
hard to do
really
that.
are.
It's
It,
hard to gain that trust back in them once you
mhm.
lost trust in them. And it's just a hard thing to do. I mean, you can
And you want to,
yeah, you want to,
you
but I
want
mean,
to,
you gonna
but
always
it,
have that in the back of your mind though. Well, I trusted him last time. I trusted her with this information. And can I trust him again with some more information? You just gonna always have that in the back of your mind.
well, Harold, have you ever did this? Because I've done it,
What's that?
and is it wrong? I've told people stuff to go tell it that I didn't mind, that I didn't mind, but I wanted to see how far it would go.
Oh yeah, yeah, I've done that before plenty of times. Yeah, just said some stuff. I say I'm just gonna see what they're gonna say and how far it's
Mm,
gonna go. Oh yeah, I've done that because I
mm,
just wanted to know would they really go back and tell it, and they did.
mm, mm,
Yeah, yeah,
and
I've
they
done
did,
that.
and
Yeah,
they did.
and those the kind of people I say, well, if I really got something to tell, I'm not gonna tell them because I know they're gonna
Mm,
run and tell it.
mhm,
Absolutely. Oh yeah,
mhm,
yeah. Oh yeah, I've done that more
mhm,
than one occasion.
mhm,
More than one occasion. And
mhm.
these people, look me in my face and say, I'm with you, I'm with you, I'm with you, I'm with you, Harold. And I knew they wasn't with me.
And you just give that little solemn grin you give. And
Yeah.
in my mind, the war be going off in my mind because I be wanting them to know, nigga, I know what you said about me. I know what you said about me. I ain't no fool. Ain't nothing slow about me but my walk. Ain't nothing slow about me but my walk. You done that too, Shirley? Ain't nothing slow
Yeah.
about Loretta but my walk.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah. But that's how you really find out a person though. You just
Mm-hmm.
just throw something at them. See if they're gonna
Mm-hmm.
run and tell it. Oh, and
Yeah.
most of them gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they your friend though. They say they're your friend. They with you know, but they ain't really with you.
No, they ain't with you. They ain't with you. And
Mm-mm.
and I like I always say, I need help. God ain't finished, but sometimes I play little games with them.
Finished us yet.
Huh?
I say we all do. He's not finished with us
Because
yet.
I play little games with them because I want to know what they gonna tell it. So I play little game. I give them something juicy that don't mean nothing. You understand what
And,
I'm
and,
saying?
and then they run and tell it.
They run to I think I'm gonna get me a new car for my birthday. Oh, I heard you were gonna get you a new car.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
think I may go on a cruise for Christmas next year. You going on a cruise? You don't even know that I'm setting you up
You're right. That's right. That's
because
right.
I want to see how you gossip,
You're right. That's true. Because we
man.
know you ain't. We know you ain't gonna get on no boat.
No, I was almost ready to get on one, but as long as Redhead is in the White House, I ain't going out in the country because I ain't got nobody to come and get me. I ain't got nobody got no money to come and get me. And as long as he in the house, I ain't going nowhere that I can't get back. No, 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 no. That's it there. Somebody could pay my way. I ain't going. So that man crazy. I ain't going.
It's not like getting on the cruise.
Well, you can go past the Maryland Young.
You just see the
I,
world.
I ain't going long as he up there in that White House. I'm not going. So he may hold every boat. You know how he had all this merchandise, nobody couldn't get no toilet paper and stuff. He hauled all that stuff. Suppose he hauled all the cruise ships. What I'm gonna do? Man, I wouldn't never make it off in that water. I have a heart attack. And I got to be on there. What they was on there? What they was on there about 2 or 3 months? Oh no, Lord have mercy, no. Mm-mm. No. Ain't no friend. How Reed couldn't get me to go. Nobody that I know could get me to go out there on that water. I ain't going there. I ain't going to Africa. I ain't going to Nigeria. I ain't going nowhere where I got to fly over 3 or 4 hours. I'm not doing that. Now, if somebody faith got them going, that's fine. But I ain't going.
Right.
I'm not going.
Your faith ain't gonna let you go.
Well, it ain't got nothing to do with faith because I ain't got no faith. Because if I had faith, I'd go. But I just, no, that's not for me right now.
That's not for you.
No, if I can't get in my car and drive there,
you ain't going.
I ain't going. I ain't going. I ain't going. That's just the way it is. No, I ain't going. But it's been good. I am so honored. You know, I got to talk about Allison Baker a little bit because he got kind of jealous when I told him that you were coming out. He said, "You ain't asked me to come on."
Well, you make sure you ask him.
Harold, you almost made me say something.
Don't stay holy. Stay holy.
So many times.
Stay holy.
I'm gonna stay holy. I've asked him so many times. He say, "Oh, Loretta." Now I ain't begging nobody.
Well, he's a pastor. You know, he got to check his schedule and everything. Make sure his schedule permits. He got obligations.
You better be glad Pastor Mary Lynn Young on here. You better be glad Pastor Mary Lynn Young on here. But you know, when I act and I ask different pastors and stuff to come on. One pastor I asked, I said, "Will you come on my show? Send me an itinerary. Send me an itinerary.
Itinerary.
What we gonna talk about?"
Oh, wow, that's deep.
Said, you won't never get on here. I don't do that. I don't even do notes. We want it to be fresh. We want it to be real.
You gonna ask your barber to come on here one day?
No.
Well, you know, when he find out that I was on here, you know, he gonna want to be on here.
When I find out he be going to other concerts and don't come to mine, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do exactly what he do to me. I'm gonna do exactly what he do to me. Hello. You hear me?
Now, would God be pleased with that?
I'm pleased with it. I'm pleased with it. I'm pleased with it.
Okay.
I love you too, Pastor Mary Lynn Young. I'm pleased with it.
Okay.
I love him. He my barber, and he'll always be my barber. But he got to learn how to support me.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Them $30 and $35 don't come easy when I'm paying him.
Right.
And I don't have a show but once a year. And I go to him like every other month. How many you add them $30 up?
That's true.
Before we get on the phone, somebody gonna call and tell him. He'll call and say, "You were talking about me." I say, "I was." I was.
He gonna say, "You and Reed was talking about me."
That's what he gonna say. You and Reed talking about me. You and Reed talking about me.
I'll see him tomorrow night.
Yeah, you make sure and tell them. Say, "Oh God, Loretta, just put your name out there on blast." Yeah, you know, I stopped shopping with a lot of people that I used to buy jewelry and stuff with because I mean I'm buying. You know, I don't buy no paparazzi. Nothing wrong with paparazzi. Let me put that out there. But I buy nice pieces. And then when I ask for a jug of Clorox, a pack of notebook paper, they can't never give it to me. Oh no, I'm not. You know, I have feelings too.
Right.
And I don't be asking for the Clorox for me. I be asking for senior. We're going out again Wednesday and give senior a toiletry bag.
Okay.
Yeah, but then no, and I know Pastor Mary Lynn Young. She probably say I'm wrong. She's so humble. The Pastor Perpetual Praise Church on Leesburg Road. But I just think it works both ways.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
And
true.
with that said, I think it's your time to buy me lunch because I think I bought you lunch last time.
Who you talking to? Me?
I'm talking to you. I bought you lunch for your birthday and bought it by your job.
What lunch you bought me for my birthday, Loretta?
Something for Bojangles.
I don't remember that.
I remember Ann gave you a gift card. Come on now.
Okay, Loretta.
Hey,
Okay.
Nikhil.
Okay.
Nikhil is on with me tomorrow night. Now, Harold, you need to watch tomorrow night because we're gonna talk about the Black Church.
Okay.
We're gonna
Okay.
talk about the deacons that used to get on their knees in front of the church and need to bring some of that back because some of these things some of these deacons doing today, Lord have mercy.
Well,
Come
our
on,
pastor said the river has moved. The river has moved. So things are different now.
things are different.
Things are different.
And it's okay if the river is moving, but make sure the right spirit is moving with it.
Okay.
You hear me?
I hear you.
You know,
I hear you. So what I
sometimes
need so what I need to do is get you a Bojangles card.
I want no Bojangles card.
Okay, you bought me Bojangles. How you know I wanted Bojangles?
You said you like Bojangles grits and sausage in the morning. I don't want no Bojangles card. You can go Dunkin' Donuts. I love Dunkin' Donuts and McDonald's coffee. You can't never go wrong with that. Give me a gift card. Don't give
Okay.
me nothing for no Bojangles.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
You hear me?
Just be grateful and thankful. God. Don't just woo.
Like my daddy said, I am who I am.
Yes, you are.
I am who I am.
Uh,
I am who I am.
all
Yeah,
right. Well, I see.
some
You
people
know,
have book sense, but zero common sense, and you're right about that. You're right. But Harold, it's been
I,
good.
I
Everybody get
I see when it's in the budget. It's budget tight right now.
you got
But
credit card. You got credit cards. You got credit cards.
ain't nobody going no Dunkin' Donut or no McDonald's using no credit card.
Yes, they will too. Listen, anybody, you got a 800 plus credit score. You can get some coins from somewhere. Hallelujah. Come on.
Okay.
Hallelujah, right?
Okay. I know it's time for you to go.
It is. It's time for me to go.
All right.
All right. Everybody have a good night. Join us
All
again
righty.
tomorrow night. We're going to talk about the Black Church and the hymns that's being taken out in the church. And when you walk in a church, if you didn't know you were going in church, would you think it was a church or a club? Woo, that's going to be deep.
Yeah, that's gonna be deep.
That's
I'm
going
gonna
to be
tune
deep.
in as soon as I get out of choir rehearsal.
Okay, then.
All
right.
righty. All
Bye-bye.
right. Bye bye.